En mira de todo, de que no understand.
Girls, are you in charge as well of the invoices for the MP? Or is it the board?
It's the, I think it's the OC.
Yeah. Okay. I will see that.
Good luck finding them.
What?
Good luck finding them.
I did my voice.
Just to stay here, so maybe when you have some questions, ask me. First of all, I'm not so well included in the whole
just to take some pictures to show that it is empty. And we're not putting
so there's some more time for it.
Maybe I can just put the number and the number.
And you should have a lot of experience. Exactly. And you need to have experience, so it's not something that you can do just like for one or two months.
Make sure.
So like it's my fish and the fish that's like a first winter position. Oh, I've never done it. I'm never sure. I have more experience with nature, like technical. Like I attend a lot of heat. I work on a lot of agendas, blah blah blah. But like the first time you're in the chair. You're in the chair. On the chair. In the chair.
Well, if you guys want a cool t-shirt to go through them.
Yay! Watch out, it's gonna fall.
Not know who to blame.
I don't know. Oh, it was a bottle. Like right there.
Did you still?
Nah, who cares? Can you stop dropping shit? You're destroying people's stuff. Aren't you part of people? Are you an outsider to the group of people? Did you bring your Brazilian poison? Cachaça? Oh. That's too late.
You'll be very.
Because that's not now. Yeah, I will not be here. God help me, I will not be there. Nah, fuck that shit.
You will be.
Nah.
I know you guys.
You wanna bet?
No. No way. You be.
We'll see who's right. Except I'm not.
No, I'm always right. Unfortunately,
That was what I haven't done.
I doubt it.
Like, where's this union from?
Michaela, can you check again? I think the stream should be working now. It looks horrible, but it should work. What? What? Yeah, but it's not really supposed to see this far. That's not what it was made for.
You use Ubuntu?
Yeah.
Nice.
Noise.
Nice. Is it free?
What is free?
Ubuntu?
Yeah?
No.
Just go to ubuntu.com and you download it, and then you install it.
Can I do that on my shit Mac?
Probably there's a way to do it.
Yeah, I got this
Step
computer
one.
recently. I don't know how Mac works. I'm getting kind of annoyed with all the commands.
Why did you get a Mac then?
Because it's my girlfriend's old computer.
Okay.
So I wanted
I thought you
something.
bought it.
No. It's quite old, but I just wanted something that I can do MATLAB with. So I had a Chrome before. So
Yeah, that's not.
you can't really download anything.
Even if you could, a Chromebook isn't really
So just a couple
made for.
information.
What? How? Why does it not work for you? It works for me. Sorry.
Just a couple of information. So first of all, just to let you know, Ariana is recording like what we are saying. It won't be public, but it's just for her to recheck the minutes when the plenary will be closed. Also, we are on live stream as always. So just to let you know, and we also have here a very nice lady from the communication department of the university who will take some picture. I hope it's not a problem for any one of you.
Just please, I'm going to go around here and just snap some shots. And, it's for Facebook. It will be up next week, not this week.
I hope your parents
Our
know that
conversations get
You're studying.
old enough. Yes.
Is that my first
Still baby. Come on. You're not over 18.
No, everyone is over 18.
Everyone is over 18. Okay. I hope the session was interesting for all of you. Remember that you also have the coffee break and other opportunity to talk between each other. So now we have the financial report and accountant reports. While we're waiting for your pleasure,
Yeah. But leave the windows open, but turn that light off. Yeah.
maybe it's enough to turn off this light, no?
Yeah.
Okay? It's okay? Okay, perfect. The floor is yours.
Hi everyone. How are you today? Are you ready? Are you ready? Quick question. Who here has read the financial report? Lovely. 10 people. Nice. Okay, so this is the financial report between our previous financial year, which started on the 1st of May and ran until the end of May, until the end of December, so the 1st of December. So I was going to start off by the result, because it is quite interesting. We had a budgeted income of about 1.7 million for this year, and budgeted expenses for 1.65 more or less. But our actual results were much lower, and I will be explaining why in the coming slides. But it all ended up with a result which was, well, 52,000 crowns compared to budgeted 10. So I'll be explaining in the next few slides why. And we can switch slides. So I just tell you to switch slides.
we have the...
You want to switch?
Yeah, do that. It's like 10 slides, it's okay. Maybe it's 30. Okay, so just some explanations of our incomes. We sold 1,750 SN cards during this period to the sections. We also paid for them, but I won't. For grants, we had an income of 1,000 euros for doing the Dive 1.0. We are expecting a potential grant for Dive 1.2 as well, but that will be next year. Sponsorships, we changed one of our contracts, so we got a higher income than the budgeted ones. Sea Battle, sadly, there were logical reasons for this, but yeah, we had less people than expected, so the income was for that reason much lower. Other incomes, we handled some of the participation fees for NPO when people registered late, so we just invoiced them and paid the NPO, but it was an income. And then we sold these hoodies to as well. So it wasn't budgeted with other incomes. Introduction to expenses. So we paid for the 1,750 ESN cards we bought to sell to you, and we paid for the shipping as well. It died. We had the pay for 2 people to go to the training. I think it was in Athens, but I'm not sure. And the battle again, we had less people, so we obviously had less expenses as well. This is maybe this. Then we have expenses that are not related to income. Travel costs mostly for the board and the national level to go to the national board's meeting, business and finance conference, communication summit, a lot of other things. Of course, AGM and NP should be there as well to find. And participation fees, we pay for that as well, the participation fees for these events. Other is ESN events costs. This is basically defined as anything that should be part of the participation fee, but is not, or anything that is needed during an event, but it's not part of the participation fee. So it's not used very often, but it happens. Section visits, we made them to 4 sections last year, basically to meet the sections, see how what is going on there, and create a closer connection with the board at the national level, and that is what we did. We spent money on traveling there. And other representations, when we have meetings with the external stakeholders like partners or our external accountant. And then we had the ESN Sweden 20th anniversary, which was special for last year only, which we had a gala dinner during NP Örebro and the occasional event in December. More expenses, we have a lot of expenses. So we had a kickoff for the board in June, where we met for a weekend in Linköping. And then we had the physical meeting where, as Marcus mentioned, we rented a college in Växjö. And then we have grants for hosting the NP, where we basically paid, we paid ESN Örebro to host the NP Örebro. And then we have the sections grants that we give to all of you to give to basically normally NEP, NP and AGM, but since AGM was not part of the financial year, it is not mentioned there, but we also give grants for individual people to go to CNR Riga and educate. And NP would yeah, so gadgets are clothes, we ordered, again, these hoodies. IT costs, we switched the server company, we would probably have had similar costs anyway, but yeah, that's where a lot of the money goes, and we renewed most or all of our websites, and we bought the 2 new domains, ESN Stockholm.org and ESN Karlskrona.org. And then bank fees, just general transaction fees. We pay our actual bank account at the beginning of an actual year, like in January, so there were no such fees last financial year. Other external costs, we shipped some bank papers to gain bank access, and we made some reimbursements from the previous financial year according to votes taken by the board. Okay, so now we have the more actual numbers again. So CBAT is on a different slide because it's extremely high incomes and expenses. Having everything next to it would make it look very small, and it would barely be able to present that. But okay, so we had a budgeted income of 1.5 million. We had the final income of 1,137,000, which is lower, but it was still enough to carry our finances or expenses. Expenses were also lower because we managed to save a lot of money on just. I believe it was still very good because we created a good event and kept expenses low enough to make a profit of 10,000 crowns more than budgeted. So budgeted was 110,000 crowns. We made 120,000 on CBAT, so I say it was a good one. Income, other things, most things here, nothing special. Everything was more or less as expected. We sold less ESN cards because originally when there was a ESN card order made in autumn, and I thought the ESN card would arrive in by December, and we would get paid for them in December. That's why the budget expense was higher. But yeah, we paid them now in January, so that's why it's lower. Other incomes, civil is again, and handled bank fees. Dive is a little bit lower because we got €1,000, and at the time the exchange rate of the euro was lower. Sponsorships again higher. Expenses related to income, again, CBAT is not here for obvious reasons. Dive, budget 5,000 crowns, spent 5,000 crowns, CSN cards. Yeah, lower incomes, lower expenses. I could just start with a question around these if you want, because, I mean, there's nothing really that stands out here except for travel costs for these events, these international events, which was basically higher because I budgeted it too low. The plan was at NPO to cut the budget by 1/3, basically, but I cut the travel budget in half because I didn't think we would travel as much as we did. So, fine thing. Besides that, everything else is quite normal. The ESN Sweden, 3 dots here, that is ESN Sweden committees. We have proposed to cut this budget in the budget proposal because no one ever uses it. It is 15,000. Yeah. And yeah, then again, these are the results of everything that was ever used. Office supplies, we didn't have an office. It's not surprising that we do not buy any office supplies. And the only other things I would like to point out here is the external accountant. When I proposed the budget cut in the other rule again, it was obvious that since we were paying our external accountant 18,000 crowns a year, paying him for 2/3 of that would be 12,000. But we are paying him every academic year, so we are paying him in February every year, so we end up paying him nothing, which is also why we saved 12,000 crowns on that. And then just to finally through the balance sheet, this is what our finances, our total financial assets looked like in the end of last financial year. So just a quick explanation of all of them. Our cash is in euros, so they fluctuate based on the exchange rate of the euro. We will change them at some point, I'm not sure when. The bank, yeah, this is the main bank account where we make expenses and get incomes to. MasterCard, it's a bank card which we basically use when we buy flights online for people, or mostly when they board meets, basically a physical meeting or something. And then the CBATL backup account, it's an insurance account that we are required to have in case something goes to hell during CBATL, so we are not touching it, it's just there. It was originally 50,000 crowns, but then during the time when we still gained interest in Sweden, we managed to get 8.91 crowns. CBATL sales, yeah, this is where all money that is paid by participants to CBATL goes in automatically. Sometimes we move it out of there, put it into the bank. I just left it. PayPal, we have a PayPal account. It was mostly used in the past. We used it for one transaction, so one we did last year, but besides that, we don't really use it, but it's there. Accounts receivable, this is what sections owe us, so start paying. And finally, Nordea, it's an old account we used to use as well. It was supposed to be closed, and it was mentioned in every single economic report for half a year that it would be. And I managed to close it in January, but yeah, so in the end of the last financial year, we had 37 crowns in there. Short-term liabilities, this is what we owe sections, but this is because we have not received a lot of invoices for, say, CBATL. So if you feel like you missed money somewhere, send us an invoice. No one really wants to make payments normally to anyone, but well, we are an exception, I guess. Yeah, retained earnings, this is what we had in the beginning of the financial year, which we made round up for accounting purposes. So our total assets in the end of last financial year was a little bit above 486,000 crowns, and I'd say that's quite a good amount, making a total profit of 52,000 crowns in almost 53,000 crowns in the end of last year, which was very good. I believe so. That is that.
Ivan, ESN D'accord. I'm just curious about the exchange rates, like how much is this affecting our financial stability in general? And because usually I assume that when we get an invoice, for example, in euros and so on, there's not really like a longer period to decide to pay, so that you could do it at a point of time where the exchange rate is good.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the exchange rate has mostly changed a lot between like April and May last year, and then it went from like 9.6 to 10.5 in a month, which was a very, yeah, that did change. That actually increased our value a lot, but besides that, it's going up and down, not much, like a few cents a day. I don't really check like more than maybe a couple times a month, but yeah, it doesn't affect much. The total, I can tell you the total kind of increase, the total value, the total increase of the value of our cash has increased from something like 24,000 crowns to 26,500 in 8 months, because of the increase of the euro. I think right now the amount of euros we have is 2,507 euros.
Taha, yes, I want to question, have a couple of questions about the liabilities that Sweden have towards the sections. Is it all of it money for the sea battle, like commission to the sections for sea battle?
Yeah, most of it. I mean, this was in the end of December, it's 3 months ago, so it has changed now, it's much lower right now. But yeah, in December it was about 4,000 crowns, which was super annoying. There were some other small payments to private people because I knew that their invoice was coming, but they hadn't actually sent the reimbursement, so I could bookkeep it, but I couldn't pay it.
So in this case, is ESN Sweden going to be liable forever to the sections unless they don't send their the receipt, like the receipt or the invoice, or will this go away after a while and the money will be for ESN Sweden?
Yeah. We are required by law to keep this around for a while. It is not. I'm not entirely sure how long it is. I can call the Swedish Tax and check. I'm not going to remove anything before the clearance of it, but it will be at least a year. But I've heard as ridiculous months as 7 years, which is just stupid. But still, people should just want their money.
I'm a little surprised that I'm sorry, David from Denmark. So I got a bit surprised that the country of your size only sold 1,800 ESN cards. Why is that?
I don't really know the structure well. Well, she is the program manager. She's the ESN card coordinator as well.
Alice? ESN Backa?
Sweden.
Yeah, so as the partner manager, I also handle the responsibility as responsibility for ESN card coordinator and national trip coordinator. And so for the autumn ESN card order, mostly the feedback I got is the sections had already enough of stores for the ESN card, so they don't need to order more, which is a really economic and sustainable choice. I like it. So that's why there's less order than before. Yeah.
According to, I mean, I'm not sure exactly what sections are doing and how many members they have or whatever, and we can't control that. But there is a trend apparently, according to statistics from ESN International regarding the purchases of the ESN card, that between, well, in 2017 there was there was a large demand of ESN cards because of Ryanair. So a lot of sections over-ordered cards during this period, and after that, in 2018, they either had few stocks or the decrease signed, so they didn't really require this as many.
Someone else?
Ellen, yes, and Becra. Just a short reaction to that. I'm not sure how it looks in ESN Sweden, but I mean in general the sections can decide by themselves whether they want to use the ESN cards also as a proof of membership, or whether they have some kind of other membership fee, and then additionally they sell ESN cards for those people who want them. So I think this is also something that affects it, but I don't know how the situation looks like in Sweden.
Someone else? Perfect. So, do you want to have a... Ah, sorry.
I can just say it out loud.
That's right. Name and section?
Matt Lund. In the breakdown there, you've separated the sea battle sales from the assets in the bank. Would they, when you describe the total assets, are they combined cash basically that you have?
Yeah.
Yeah. So those sea battle sales are really in that bank account.
Yeah, I mean they're in a different account number, but it's the same login. I mean it's the same bank. Yeah, I'm not sure how to properly explain that. I mean I log in and I see all of them in one place.
Okay. You just have a separate account for the sea battle sales.
Yeah, because it comes from a different program. It comes from another bank provider or a payment provider.
Someone else? Okay, so we close the speaker list. Thank you very much. So now a few words from the LC, and then we will have the coffee break.
So hi guys, if some of us still haven't met, my name is Sainath. So I'm volunteering in ESN BTH. So I'm from India, and I'm working in ESN from September 2016. I went to India, national platforms, and unfortunately not for NET. And then, what else? Yeah, so if you have any questions, just call me on Facebook or text me. I think you have all our contact information on the survival guides. And now we will have coffee break outside the building. So that's it, right? You can just move to coffee break. Yeah.
Can I say one thing?
So later on the agenda, you can also see the partnership update from time travel and Scamble. And Scamble is already here, Christopher is here. So if you have any confusion or any question, you can reach him out. That's it.
So guys, now we will go to the coffee break, and then, as you can see from the agenda, we have the small session right after the coffee break. So right now, while you will do your coffee break, we will also write down the room. So when you will come back, you can go directly to the room where you will have your session. Just as a reminder, we will have two sessions. One is sent for newbies. So if this is your first MP, and you would like to have some other insights, and is sent for advanced. So for the ones among you that already has some experience, we will break down the room in the agenda. So when you will come back, you have 20 minutes. When you will come back, you already know where you have to go.
Who is holding each group, do you know, from the board? So that people, if they know who to follow after the coffee break?
Yes.
For newbies?
Like for newbies, we have treasurer, project coordinator, And for ESN for Advanced, the communication manager and the CBOT coordinator.
So that's okay with you. Okay?
Okay, so
can we access the plenary room before, after the coffee break, before we go to the...
exactly, after the coffee break, you don't have to come back here, but you can go directly to the small session room.
We can come back if we want to.
If you want, you can. Like this, the room is open. If you want, you can come back, but if you want, like what we suggest in order to save time is to go directly to the small session room. It's safe to leave stuff here. Yes, like we wrote down there. Okay, it's safe to leave stuff here. Guys?
How do we find the session room?
Are here in the corridor, so very close to the plenary room, and we will write down exactly the number of the rooms, but here.
Okay, great.
Okay? Okay, guys. Thank you very much. You are free to go to the coffee break.